So good morning, everyone. Let's start the session. This is Core Java. Sorry, this is Linux free batch. Okay. Introduction to cloud computing and AWS. How to work with Linux operating system using one of the service EC2. We are not going to see much in detail with EC2, but basic what is required to start at terminal so that we can start our Linux session. So previously, what we have seen is like what are the service models, okay, what are the type of account in EC2, okay, the history of Linux, what is the purpose of AWS services, where what is the how many services are there around, and how many regions, okay, and we have also I updated here in my notes, okay. Let me open this. What are the services, then what are the accounts in the AWS, what types of operating system services provided by AWS. Then we have seen AWS is available in 190 plus countries, okay, and currently 34 plus regions and more than 100 availability zone. And India, we have two regions, that is Hyderabad and Mumbai. After that, we have seen each region has always three availability zone, right? For example, Mumbai, we have AP South 1A, AP South 1B, AP South 1C. Okay. Then what we have seen, EC2 is nothing but elastic cloud compute, and we can create a virtual machine, whatever according to our requirement. Then we have seen what is RD. Okay. It is a remote desktop connection. Then we have seen Windows operating system. What is the disadvantage of this Windows operating system? And then what is the benefit of Linux operating system? Okay. Then we have seen some history of Linux. Okay. And it is an open source. That's the reason we have seen that this is basically every company who want to modify the code, they can utilize this and provide that same flavor into the market. This is what we have seen till previous session. Also, we have seen that how to connect to AWS server. Okay, AWS EC2 server. So this is basically we are going to see today. Okay, so hope my screen is visible. Let me log into my root account. Okay. 1 minute. Let me stop my screen share. 1 minute. I don't know. 1 minute. Let me stop the recording as well. So I have login into my AWS login console. So this is how our console looks. Okay. So now where I can go, first we can see here all the uh, data center. Right. In Asia we have Mumbai. Right. Similarly, you can see here the zones, availability zone like AP South 1. Right. Now what we need to do is we need to do EC2. What we are trying to connect EC2 server. Right. We want to create one virtual machine and we want to see how we can create it and how we can work with our Linux command. Okay, so let me stop this old one and show you again. Okay, this, let me terminate the old one. Okay, now I am refreshing here. This is gone, nothing is there, right? Now we want to, what we need to do is launch instance. So how we can do it? Whenever I am telling you guys, whoever from Java background also, see, I am currently there in static and instance. Instance means non-static. Non-static means objects. What is the word we are here? We are using here launch instance. Instance means that particular separate copy, right? We have learned in core Java. Okay. Similarly, instance means we are creating one instance of one machine. How we are creating? We are creating launch instance. Click here. Then first what we have to give, let's say Linux. I am giving one name, Linux practice. This is the our name and tag for this instance. Different flavor we have seen, AWS, Mac OS, Ubuntu, everything. This AWS is Amazon Linux flavor, okay, of Linux. This is Ubuntu flavor. This is Red Hat flavor. Okay, we can use anything. Let me go here. I have selected which one? Ubuntu. Let me copy this. Let me copy this here. Okay, this is the name. Okay, now Ubuntu. I am using one Ubuntu and I am using this machine image AMI. Means you see, it is giving me, see, read this Ubuntu server LTS SSD volume type. Okay, then what is the architecture? 64-bit. Okay, then free tier I am using. What is the free tier? 1B CPU, 1 gigahertz memory. This is the machine I am creating. You can click here, info. What is this instance type? Select an instance type that meets your computer memory and networking storage needs. So instance type, you can select higher memory also. Here are the options available. But for our practice purpose, if you use this higher memory, these are billable, na? T2 memory, T2 large, T2X large. So these are higher, but these are paid, right? So this is what about memory, networking, and storage. Okay. Then if I want to connect from my machine, from my laptop, so I need to create one new key pair. I can create. So I can give Linux test key. Linux test key. So guys, see, this is a name of the test key which I am going to create. And when I am connecting from my laptop to this virtual machine, then we need PEM file. And when we are connecting using putty, then we require PPK file. So PEM file can be converted to PPK file using putty generator. We will see that. Okay. Now let me download this open SSH key. So it will get downloaded. It will download it. We are not supposed to share this file to anyone. Okay. So now network setting, everything is fine. Security group. Security group means what? It is kind of a firewall. What does it mean? It's kind of firewall. For example, this is your AWS, na? This is your AWS server, and you are here, and you are here. Somebody sending request to here. So anyone can able to access or not? Only authorized people can able to access, right? We don't want unknown people or we don't want someone to go into our server. So then we have security group. This is also one of the service, but we are not discussing on this. So we will allow HTTPS, means we are connecting from HTTPS na web through over the internet. So allow HTTPS traffic from internet. Okay, we can select this from anywhere. Like now I am going to connect. This is my laptop through which I am going to connect to AWS. This is my laptop. I am sitting wherever in India. Okay, in India, any city. Okay, let's say this AWS. AWS we are using US, Virginia or Australia, maybe any place. So this security group will act as what? Firewall. It will act as like it's a kind of firewall, right? Just think it is a firewall. It only allow people to whom we are allowing. That is something about security group. So for now, I have checked all these three so that whenever I want to connect, we can connect. Then what is this configuration store? Configure store. See, specify the storage option for the instance. Okay, so it is giving 8 GB, GP3. Okay, free tier. Okay, we are supposed to use free tier only. Then there are some advanced detail. We are not going into this. Just launching this instance. So when I launch this instance, means I am creating a computer. Just think like this, right? Now it is created. So this is the instance, something ID. You can say in Java we have hash code, right? For memory location. Similarly, instance ID is there. What is the name of our machine? Linux practice. Is it running? Yes, it is running. What is the type? Instance type T2 micro. Okay, we can refresh it. Everything is coming, right? Now I can go inside this instance ID particularly. So this is your public ID. This is our DNS name. Okay, this is private IP address DNS name. Okay, T2 micro. Virtual private cloud. Whenever we are creating instance, automatically by default VPC is created with the subnet. But coming to projects, we are creating this and then we are configuring it according to our requirement. But at this moment, we want to focus on Linux command. So I want to connect to this server now. One virtual machine is created now. I want to connect. I will clear it, cut it. I will click here. How can I connect? Using 4 options. EC2 instance connect. Then we have SSH session manager. Then we have SSH client. Okay, SSH client. So what it is showing? Open an SSH client. Locate your private key file. They used to launch to instance Linux test key Linux test key.pem file. Hope you are understanding. Read this step. Open SSH client mean terminal. In that particular location, keep that private file. The key used to launch instance. Okay. Then run this command if required. Okay. And chmod Linux test key.p this file. And we are using this command also. Connect to your instance using public DNS. And also we can use this SSH complete command. See, it is giving complete command now. This is the command SSH. What is the key name? It will look for this key name. And what is the DNS name? See, this is DNS name. So it is automatically creating one command complete to you. You can use this complete command. Let me go to my download. Do I have download? Let me see. Yes, this Linux test key pem is there. Let me copy this somewhere. In my here, I am creating one folder AWS. Let me delete this file. I don't need this. Now Control V. Now guys, this PEM file is there na. Can I do CMD here? CMD. What will happen? This terminal is open na in this location. C user HP desktop FJ AWS. In the same location, PEM file is available, right? This is going to authenticate us. How we can connect? Now I will copy this command. I will copy this command and paste here. Right click, paste here, enter. See, it is what is asking the authenticity of this DNS can't be established. Okay, this is not known by other name. Are you sure want to continue connecting? I will type yes, enter. Now guys, see what is the difference here? I connected to na. From where I connected? From where I connected? This is my local terminal. This is my local terminal. See, what was initially it was the path na. But when I use this command, I got connected to which DNS? This DNS na. For this, I'm using my PIM file. Okay, then what is coming here? What is showing? Now I am connected to Ubuntu IP 172.31.10.209. Hope you are understanding. Hope you are understanding. Now see 209. This is na 172.31.10.209. This is the IP address na. Same IP address. Means what happen is I am connected to from my laptop to AWS. Now I have connected from my laptop to this using what? SSH command. What is the SSH command? This is the SSH command. I click here. I connect here. I copy this command. I copy this command. Okay. This is the command I am using. This is the command I am using. Now what happen is try to see this. SSH is one of the command SSHI. It is looking for this key. Yes, that key is available in my local. Okay. Then what happen is, what is the name? Ubuntu. Then what is this? See, EC2 13.232.178.230. Then AP South 1 Compute Amazon AWS, right? This is what we are looking for. This is the same DNS name, right? We will see is the same DNS name or not. This is the same DNS name, na? EC2 EC2.13.232.178.230 Amazon AWS. So this is the same DNS name. So see 178.230 AP South 1 Compute. It means we are able to connect. Now we are in using this terminal where we are now in Ubuntu, right? Means our Linux machine which we have created. Hope you are understanding, guys. Okay. Now we can try some commands, right? Now we will try to understand slowly one command. So what is PWD? First command, Linux. What is mean by PWD? Present working directory. What it is showing? PWD means present working directory. PWD means present working directory. PWD means present working directory. This is command, na? This is a command. We are navigating na from here, right? I can navigate from here. This is, if I ask you what is present working directory, this is the path na in Windows C user HP desktop FJ. If I go inside, this is the present working directory na. Okay, when I copy here this path, I can go anywhere. So similarly, in my machine, Linux machine, which we created, what is the present working directory? This is the present working directory. This is one command. So we are getting. Now can we check cd dot. What is going? Present working directory is, see, what is the symbol here? Tilde symbol. Okay, here also tilde symbol. When I am using cd dot, we are going into home na. We are going to home, right? Now let me again, I can use up arrow also. See up arrow, PWD come. Whatever the recent command we are using, we can navigate from up and down. Now PWD, present working directory. What it is showing now? Home. Previously it is showing home/Ubuntu. Okay. So what is dot? cd dot change directory. Again, if I use cd, what will happen? Now again, instead of home, where we are? Tilde. This is root. Now let me use up keyword. PWD, present working directory. Now what is it showing? So this is how we can move to and fro now. So what is the command we have used now? Now we are into Linux command slowly. Okay. So we know CD. What is CD? Change directory. Directory means what? Directory means what? This is one folder. Let's say this is one folder. Okay. Directory one. Now I have created one folder, dir1. I want to go inside the double click. I want to create one more directory. This is how we are doing in where we are doing in in Windows na. One directory inside one another directory. Now I want to create one file. How I can create file? New text file one dot file one dot txt. Automatically it is coming na. Hope you are good, guys. Okay. So how we can do it? And now hope you are good. So similarly, we want to do some action on this na. Also, who am I is the command. Who am I? I want to know who is the user. Ubuntu is the user, right? Ubuntu is the user. Okay. Who am I? Who am I command? Who am I? It will tell you who is the user. Information about user. Information about user. So this. Okay. This is the commands we are using. Okay. Now I want to create one directory. How we can create? 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. I want to create one. I want to go to again cd dot dot. Sorry, cd is home. Now present working directory pwd. Okay, we are here now. Home. Okay, now okay. Now I want to create one directory. How I can create directory? What is the command? mkdir. What is the directory name? dir1. Can I create like this? 1 second. Permission denied. Why permission denied? We cannot create something inside this. Let me cd dot dot. Now pwd. Okay. 1 second. Now this is the root. Whenever you are seeing slash, this is the root. I will show you that. I wanted to show you that hierarchy, complete hierarchy. Okay. I will show you that complete hierarchy. Linux file system hierarchy. Linux file system hierarchy. So who is the root user? Who is the root user? Slash. Who is the root user? Slash. Under root direct. Under slash. Slash means root directory. Means you can consider that main boss directory. Under this root directory, we have bin, we have slash boot, we have dev, we have etc, we have home, we have lib, we have mint, media. Different kind of directory we are having na, in this, right? So how to list ls? See, when I list, ls is the command. ls is the command na, or ls hyphen ltr. These are the two commands. Okay. So under this root directory, see slash, after this IP address colon focus and before dollar, what is showing? Slash. In this place, what it is showing? Slash home. Right? So from home, where we came? Here. Slash means slash is the root directory. So we are able to see, right? What are the directory? What are the directory here? Like, see, we need to understand what is this. What is this? We will see all these things one by one. Okay. What is the permission? These are the type of file, folder, directory. Okay. What are the permission of those directory? Who can modify? Who cannot modify? Who root user? Root user are able to modify these directories. Okay. Now When I do cd, again I am going back to root directory to tilde na. Now, can we do again ls-ltr? Total 0 file. Let me again do cd. Okay, now can I create one directory? Let me try mkdir dir1. See guys, observe. When I was in home directory, I used the same command. It was giving me permission denied. But when I am using when I was in home directory, okay. But now where I am in, not in home directory. Now see, when I use this cd, I am able to create one directory now. Can we check that directory? How we can check that directory? ls dir1 means one folder is created, directory is created now. Okay. Now let me do again ls. Then I do this ls-ltr. What was the count? 0 was the count. Means there was no file, there was no directory. Okay. Hope you are good. When I created this and I do this ls command, so it is showing now what are the directory. Now let me do ls-ltr. So see, it is showing total 4. Means try to understand what it is showing, guys. The directory name. Observe this line and this line. These are the folder inside root, right? You have C drive, we have C drive na, some program files. Are we making any change inside those files? No, na. Similarly, Linux has this hierarchy. But I have created one file similarly like this directory in which here now dir1. So observe this directory 1. It is starting with D na. So we need to understand what does this D mean. D means directory. D means directory. All these things we need to understand. Okay. Then only we will slowly understand what is the Linux command. Otherwise, you won't be able to do that. You have to practice it in a day-to-day life. Okay. Then only you will understand. So this is directory 1 created. Can I create one more directory? Can I create one more directory? Let me create one more directory. mkdir2. 1 second, guys. What it is showing? Command not found. My command is wrong now. mkdir2. Now it will create now. So I can create, right? ls. How many directory it is showing? Means 2 folders are created. Hope you are good. Can I note it down? ls. ls command is used for what? ls command is to list. It is small l. It is small w. It is small c. It is small pwd. Okay. How to create directory? mkdir is the command. mkdir. What is the syntax? Directory name. Whatever name you want to give, you can give here. To create directory. To create directory. Right? To create directory, we are using this mkdir. Hope you are good. Now, let me copy this. We have seen this, right? After creating this directory, we need to understand. So here, what is the meaning of D? D means you have created one directory. At what time it is created? 29 January. Who is the user? Ubuntu is the user. Ubuntu is the user. But when I am using this for root user, it is also created because today only we created that virtual machine na. So same date. Okay. Who is the user? Root user. And run means what? It is also one more directory. Forget about this RW, XR, XR. What is this? We will see in slowly, one by one. So hope you are getting this. What is the meaning of this? Right? So these are the basic command which we need to use. Now, after this, we will try to understand what is the Linux architecture. Let me show you. Then slowly we will see some more command. What is Linux architecture? So this is hardware. You know, right? What is hardware? Hardware means RAM, hard disk. These are called hardware, na? Then we have kernel. I will show you. I will explain you the meaning of this. We have kernel, right? We have kernel. Then what we have? We have shell. Then we have shell. What is shell? We will see that. This is the architecture. Shell. Then after that we have applications, right? Like calculator is application in Windows, na? Similarly, there may be certain application, right? This is Linux architecture, right? Now, what is mean by each term? We will see. What is mean by each term? We will see. What is hardware, guys? Hardware. What does it mean? What does it mean? Hardware is all physical device. All physical device, right? Attached to us. Attach. Configure. We can say configure. Configure in our machine. In our machine. In our machine. Example. What is the example? The example you can say RAM, right? RAM, motherboard, hard disk. So these are the these are the example of hardware. Hope this is not a very big difficult thing to understand. But what is kernel? Kernel is, we will try to understand what is kernel. So kernel is core component of Linux. It is core component of Linux. Okay. Which will interact with whom? Hardware. Which interact with hardware. What is the purpose of this kernel? The purpose of kernel is to interact with this hardware. Okay. Now, next is what? Shell. What does mean by shell? What does mean by shell? So basically, shell is the interface which take from input from user and send to instruction to kernel. Right? I'm typing something. I'm pressing some keyboard na, and taking some input, giving some input to machine na. So what is the purpose of shell? It is kind of interface. It is interface. Interface which which take input from user and send instruction to kernel. Okay, kernel and takes output from kernel and send to user. This is what this shell purpose is, right? And applications, you know, right? What is application? Whatever we are running, any software, these are application, na? Right? Any application like calculator, anything. So those are the things related to Linux architecture. This is basic thing. Like whatever application we are installing, okay. Then what is the shell? What it is doing? It is like interface. This is my interface now, something. I can see that and I can work on that. So whatever shell, it will take input from user. Okay, it will take input from user and send instruction to kernel. And kernel will interact with the hardware. Hardware hardware will give output to kernel and kernel give output to shell. So this is the basic architecture of what? This is the basic architecture of Linux operating system. And these are the initial basic command which we are using. Tomorrow also we will see some more command. How to use this more command. How many command we have seen today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 command we have seen. Tomorrow we will add 10 plus command. Okay. Day after tomorrow 10 more command. Almost 30 command we are going to understand now in Linux. So then you will understand how to work with any kind of server using this Linux command. Okay, how to move. Okay, how to navigate. Hope you are good. Now I want to go here. Now I want to go here. I want to stop. I want to stop my billing now. I don't want this should run. So how I can do it? Go here. Go here. It is refreshing. Action. Okay. 1 second, guys. Manage instance state. Can I stop it? Note that when your instance are stop, any data on your storage of your instance will be lost. Fine. But I can terminate also. Complete instance will be removed. Let me stop this. Change the state. Change the state. You will build for associate resource. After you stop instance, you no longer charged use for the data transfer fee for it. However, you will still be billable for associate elastic IP and EBS volume. I am not using elastic IP address at this moment. What is elastic IP? Forget. What is EBS volume? Forget. Okay, I can stop in this way as well. So now I will change state. Change state. Now what will happen? Always after your practice, you should stop the server. Stop the machine. This way it is stopping now. Now it is stopping. Okay. Now can I do anything here? See what is showing? What is showing? Connection to close bar remote host. Remote host. Here I stop the server. So connection automatically disconnected now. Connection closed. Now I am come back to my original Windows location, right? So let me terminate this also. How I can terminate? Action for instance state. I can delete the instance. I don't need this. Tomorrow again we can create quickly, right? I can create this again, right? It will terminate it. Refresh. Means now it is no use. We have to create tomorrow while doing this. Why we are using this EC2 in virtual machine we are creating? Because in your laptop, in my laptop, I don't have Linux operating system. To perform with this Linux command, I need one virtual machine or Linux operating system now, where I can easily get this in AWS account. That's the reason we created EC2 service and created one Linux virtual operating system, where we are able to perform this Linux command. Hope you are good, guys. I'm stopping my screen share. Okay.